All right, so let's get started. We're just going to start with our neck, so we'll look down and up. One more time each way, and then center the chin, look side to side. And one more time each way, and then center that chin and take ear to shoulder. And one more time each way, and then bring the head up, look down, and go into half neck circles. It's okay, Barre. And one more time each way. And then bring the chin down before the head comes up. Drop the arms and go into some arm scissors here, loosening up through those shoulders. For 4, 3, 2, 1, and then arms up, and you're going to engage that core and roll it down and up, down and up. And 4, 3, 2, and last one there, and then you're going to step wide and go into trunk circles. So bend to the side, circle it down and around, come back up on the other side, and switch directions. Strong and controlled through that core, so you're not just whipping it around or letting it drop as you come around, but really controlling your movement through your core. So pulling that belly button in, engaging that pelvic floor to cue the deep inner core. One more time each way here. And then other side. Good, and then drop those arms, hinge forward at the hips, and twist and tap. So you can either tap the floor here, or tap the opposite legs. I'm really sorry about the puppy whining in the background. I'm not sure what Morgan's doing, but the dogs are here, and he's just crying at me because it's torture for him to be not allowed in to exercise with me right now. For 8, 7, 6, 5, and 4, we're just gonna hang center, 2, 1, hang center here. Straighten those legs, stretch through the back of the legs. Just let that lower back open up. Now that we've been here a few moments, relax those muscles just to let yourself sink deeper into that stretch. And then pull the belly button in towards the spine, engage that pelvic floor to cue the deep inner core, and roll it up vertebrae by vertebrae. All right, so from here, we're going to keep a nice wide stance, and we're going to bend our knees. So 2 options here. You could stay upright with the body, bend the knees, bring arms forward like so, and then bring arms up and lift those heels up off the ground. So notice my heels came up, right? Or if you want, you can take this a step further and you can tap the floor here and then come up and bring those heels up, all right? So bend those knees and then bring it up. Lift those heels up, reach high. Heels up, reach high. Good. Strong through the core. Even if you're hinging forward, belly button in, engage that pelvic floor to cue that deep inner core. And keep that chest lifted from the sternum. Good. Excellent. Keep going. And 8 more. 8, big reach. 7, reach high. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one here. Good. We're going to roll down again from here. So pull the belly button in, engage that core, and roll it down vertebrae by vertebrae. Let it hang. Open up through the back of those legs. Nice straightening of the knees. Relax and let that lower back just gently open up. And pull the belly button in towards the spine. Engage that pelvic floor to cue the deep inner core. And roll it up vertebrae by vertebrae. Awesome. Okay, so right away we're going to grab our bar or chair, whatever you've got for stability, to be beside you. All right, so we're going to set up our natural turnout. So I want you to open those hips, turn them out to where it's comfortable for you, or not beyond your natural turnout, right? And then so when you bend those knees and toes are in line. So maintaining that turnout now, we're going to take the outside foot and we're going to step it back. And I want the big toe to be a couple inches back of your front heel, all right? And still in turnout here. And then with this, I'm going to come up onto demi-point for these, both heels up. But feel free, you could do this with both heels on the ground, right? So flat feet, or you could even just bring the back heel up. All right, so a couple options there. So we're gonna start here and just with single plies from this fourth position stance in our own personal turnout, whatever is the turnout for your own hips. Good, we've got 8 more, and then we're going to slow it down to count to 2 in 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'm going to change the arms, so down, 2, up, 2, and down, 2, up, 2, down, 2, up, 2, and down, 2, up, 2, 4 more, 2, up, 2, and down, 2, up, 2, 2 more, 2, up, 2, last one, 2. Now 4, I'm going to take arms here, and they're going to come down, 2, 3, 4, and up, front, 3, 4, out to the side, 3, 4, and up, 2, 3, 4, and down, 2, 3, 4, and up, 2, 3, 4, good, low, 2, 3, 4, and up, 2, 3, 4, 4 more, and up, and down, and up, and 2 more, 2, 3, 4, and up, 2, 3, 4, last one, 2, 3, 4, and up, 2, 3, 4. We're going to leave arm overhead, bring those hips low, and pulse, pulse, pulse it here. If you want more work, just take those pulses lower, not as high. If you do have those heels up, really pull them up high, don't let them drop. Pulse, pulse, pulse it out for 8, 7, 6, 5, and 4. We're going to hold this low. Good. Hold low. Excellent. Take it a little bit lower and continue to hold. And one more time, lower still. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Bring it up. Shake those legs, and then we're going to switch those all to the other side. All right, so establish your turnout. Just in first here, and so heels are together, knees and toes in line. Feel good, nice alignment when you bend those knees. If it doesn't feel good, then you want to bring those feet in a little bit further. All right, so then we're going to take that outside foot. We're going to step it back so that I've got about 2 inches. It's about 2 inches further back than the front heel. All right, now remember on the other side, you could keep both feet flat. Just bring up the back heel or come up with both heels and follow with me there. So we're going to start with singles here. Down, up, down, and up. Good. Check in with your form. Nice posture. Chest is lifted from that sternum. Belly button in. Shoulders are down. Eight more, then we'll switch to twos in 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, I'm switching the arms with this. We're gonna go down for 2, up, 2, down, 2, up, 2. Four more, down, 2, up, 2. And last one, 2, up, 2. All right, arm overhead, we're gonna do 4s down, 2, 3, 4, and up, 2, 3, 4, and down, 2, 3, 4, and up, 2, 3, 4, and low. 2, 3, 4, and up, 2, 3, 4, and down, 2, 3, 4, and up, 2, 3, 4, 4 more, 2, 3, 4, and up, 2, 3, 4, and down, 4, and up, and 2 more, 2, 3, 4, and up, 2, 3, 4, last one, 2, 3, 4, and up, 2, 3, 4, arm overhead, take hips low, pulse, pulse, pulse it out here, nice and strong, chest lifted, belly button in, head reaches tall. Now we've got 8, 7, 6, 5, and 4, we're gonna hold this low, good, hold low, and take it lower. And one more time, lower still. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, bring it up. Shake those legs. We're gonna give both our quads and our calves a stretch here. So make sure you point that knee to the floor for these quad stretches. You can tilt that pelvis forward to accentuate that stretch in front of the thigh. And then other side, knee points to the floor. Tilt that pelvis forward. Good, and then we're gonna give those calf muscles a stretch. So press the heel back behind you and really press that heel into the ground. And then other side. Good, bring it up, and then we're going to, actually we could leave the chair on this side or bar for using. And then we're going to bring our feet together. Both my toes are pointing forward here. So same idea with this. You could keep feet flat, or you're going to bring up both heels and follow with me there. Now, part of the work here is going to be holding those, trying to hold those knees together. All right. So try not to let your legs open there. So you come here. I'm holding my knees together. Everybody's different, or body's different, so it's not like your knees are going to necessarily touch, but I just want you basically holding those legs together. So from here, now we're going to do pliés, meaning not a squat. So I'm just bending those knees. I'm not leaning forward, right? So I'm just bending the knees. And my shoulders are still right over those hips. I'm not leaning forward. So just make sure that you're bending those knees and not leaning forward, and then holding those legs together is part of the work here. So it's good to think about like holding a tennis ball or something between those knees and not letting it drop. All right, so we're going to start. We're going to do 8 singles. So we go 8 and 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to pulse low for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 8 singles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 8 pulses. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 8 singles. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. 8 pulses. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 8 singles. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 8 pulses. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 8 singles. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 8 pulses. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 8 singles. Only 2 more rounds. So this is our second last one. 4, 3, 2, 1. 8 pulses. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last round. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. 8 pulses. 8, 7, 6, 5, and 4. We're just going to hold low. Good. Hold low. And just keep holding. Hold strong. If you want more work, take it lower or just hold here. Holding bottom of that plie. Good. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it up. Shake those legs, quads and calves. Get another stretch here. So point that knee to the floor. Tilt that pelvis forward. Really accentuate that stretch for those quads. We want to keep them long and lean. And then switch to the other side. Knee points to the floor. And tilt that pelvis forward. Good. And then we're going to press a heel into the mat. Get a good calf stretch there, really pressing that heel back. And then other side, press that heel into the mat and stretch that quad. Very good. All right, so freestanding next. And we're going to step into about shoulder width with those feet apart. And I'm not too concerned with turnout or anything, so just go with what feels good. We're gonna go into some squats. So I'm hinging forward, right? So butt reaches back, I'm hinging forward. Weight is in those heels as I press back up, engaging those glutes. So that's gonna be our squat. And then we're gonna come up and do a big kick across and tap with your other hand. And then we alternate, so we come back center for that squat and do the kick with the other leg. All right, so it's squat and kick, squat and kick. Think about form for that squat, right? Weight in those heels. Good, squat and kick, squat and kick. Center for the squat, squat and kick. Good. Nice and centered, chest lifted, belly button in. Form is king. Big kick, squat, big kick. Try to kick higher and higher each time. Squat, big kick, squat, big kick. Those kicks, you get not just those legs working, but some core work, right? You can help that out by pulling that belly button in as you kick up nice and high. Engage that pelvic floor to cue the deep inner core. Squat, kick, squat, kick, squat, kick, squat, and kick. Good. Keep going. Nice and strong. 8 more to go. Here's 8 and 7, 6 and 5, 3, 2, and last one there. Before we move on, I just want us to do a roll down from here. Engage that core, pull the belly button in, roll it down, vertebrae by vertebrae. Straighten those knees, getting a good stretch through the back of the legs. And gently letting that lower back open up. Now that you've been here a few moments, relax those muscles and feel yourself sink a little bit deeper into that stretch. Good, and then pull the belly button in towards the spine, engage that pelvic floor to cue the deep inner core, and roll it up vertebrae by vertebrae. Very cool. All right, so now I'm going to grab chair rather than bar. So you could use a bar for this, but I do prefer chair. So I'm going to put it on this angle. Actually, I'm going to put the bar completely out of the way for this one. Whoa. All right, so here we go. You're going to be about arm's length away from that chair. Feet are hip width apart, chest lifted, belly button in, and then you hinge forward at the hips. Chair you could hold like this. You could put your arms here. You could even come like this, or if you're not quite tall enough that this works, you could turn so the seat faces you and have your hands just right on the seat, like, you know, like that, like this, okay? So the chair is there to help support that lower back through this. And with check in with the arch of your back, I just don't want you to be arched up or arched like that. So I want you to be in your natural curve. And then we're gonna start with our right leg. So take the right back and then put it across, like so, cross behind you as far as you can take it. Then you're gonna engage the glute and you're gonna lift it and bring it over to the other side. So it's kind of like a rainbow. Lift and then rainbow other side. So if you're just, say, looking to the floor, the foot goes from one side to the other side, up in like a rainbow, all right? Strong through the core, one side and then other side. Good. 4 more. 3 more. 2 more, and last one each way. Good. Feet together, bring it up for a moment, and then we're going to go back to that position, and we're going to go into hamstring curls. So still with the right leg, I want you to bring it up at hip height, and I want you to do hamstring curls. So keep the knee up at hip height, curl in, and then out, right? So bend that knee and then reach it out. In, out, in, out, in, out. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bring that leg down, roll it up for a moment, come back into position, take that right leg out again, bring it up at hip height, bend 90, flex the foot, and now I want you to press the heel towards the ceiling. Press, 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 press. Good. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down, roll up, and then last thing on this side, we come back down. I want you to take that right leg, bend the knee at 90, and then you're going to do a hydrant. So you're just going to bring that leg, that knee up to this, out to the side and in. Okay, for 8 and 7, 6 and 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. That did appear to be kind of a weird angle for me to do these at, but I don't really know. I guess I'll try this way too for the next one. So then you get sort of a different angle of those, but hopefully you got it. So here, same idea. We're going to come down, and now we're going to the left side. Actually, I do need to be on this angle, sorry. Left side now comes out. Now I'm going to cross that leg across, and then I lift it and bring it over to the other side like a rainbow. All right, so we've got 1, both sides, 2, other side, 3, other side, 4, 5, strong through the core, 6, 7, big rainbow, and 8, both sides. Good. Roll it up, hinge forward, back down. That left leg's out, and hamstring curls. So bring that leg up at hip height, and then you want to bend the knee 90 and reach out at hip height. So keep that knee at hip height and bring it in, out, 6 more, 6 and 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1, and then bring that foot gently down, roll it up, hinge forward again, left leg out, up at hip height, bend the knee 90, flex that foot, and press that heel towards the ceiling. Press, 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 press. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down, roll it up, and then the last thing, so maybe I'll come like this for the hydrants. So I'm hinging forward again, right? And then I bend this left knee, and it just comes out jeez, to the side. All right, so it's like that, and in. 7 and 6 and 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Good. Bring it up. So we're just going to step away from the chair, roll it down here, and just let that lower back relax and open up. Straighten at those knees. Get a good stretch through the backs of the legs. Relax those muscles and let yourself sink a bit deeper into that stretch. Good, and then pull the belly button in towards the spine, engage that pelvic floor, and roll it up, vertebrae by vertebrae, nice and controlled through that deep inner core. All right, so moving this chair out of the way now, and we're gonna come right down to the mat. So let's get started with some bear planks. So knees are gonna be hip width apart. And our wrists also shoulder width apart. So you could be on your fists for these, or you could be bent at the wrist. If you're bent at the wrist, I always plead, please put the pressure into the fingers, not directly into those wrists, because wrists are sensitive. So definitely don't worry about going to fists if you prefer that. All right, so from here, we're going to do little lifts, okay? So just make sure actually with your lower back that you're not arched towards the mat, you're not arched toward the ceiling, but you're just maintaining your natural arch. So that inner core engagement helps do that, and pull the belly button in. So what we're gonna do first is just little lifts. So I'm curling the toes behind, and then I'm gonna lift those knees. Maybe I gotta go this way. I'm like lifting those knees like 2 inches and lowering. All right, so it's engage that core, pull belly button in, lift and lower, lift and lower, lift and lower, lift and lower. Keep going, lower. Pull belly button in, lower. Engage that pelvic floor to cue the deep inner core. And lift, lower, lift, lower, lift, lower, lift and lower. Keep going and lower, lift and lower, lift and lower. Good, only 8 more to go. Here's 8 and lower, 7 and lower, 6 and lower, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Good. Then push back into child's pose for a moment. Excellent. Stretch it out. Release everything. And then come back to that bear plank, right? And just check in with that lower back that you're not arching it this way or that way. You're holding your natural curve. Toes curled under. And then we're going to lift. And we're just, and hold those knees about 1 inch or 2 off the ground. We'll hold for 30 seconds. All right, engage, pull belly button in, and lift and hold. We're already 1/3 of the way through. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently lower and push back into child's pose here. Relax it out.
Max, come here. Come. Come here. Come on. Max, come. Come here.
And bring it up. All right, so now we're gonna go into, and you could, with these, so we're gonna go into some full like planking to pike. Now, I'll just show modified option here first. If you want, instead of the planking, you could do bird dogs here, right? So I'm alternating, switching, like it's opposite leg, opposite arm that's reaching, right? You could do that and engage through that core. Otherwise, I'm going to take us into plank here, right? So like your push-up plank, and then push to pike. And so you're pulling that belly button in towards the spine as you push to plank, and then you're going to hinge back to this plank. All right, so we're going to do that 8 times. Pull that belly button in as we hinge it up to plank, or to pike, and then down to plank. Good. 2, and lower. 3, and lower. 4, and lower. 5, and lower. Pull that belly button in towards the ceiling and lower. 3, and lower. 2, and lower. Last 1, and lower. Good. Gently bring those knees down and then sit back into your child's pose there. Good. And then we're going to roll it onto our backs here. Okay, and we're going to do straight leg, alternating straight leg crunches. So, option one, modified, you could just stay right here and keep your head on the mat or on your, I've got my palms, my hands stacked, and my head is cradled by my hands there. You could stay here, hold the hips level, pull belly button in, engage that pelvic floor, and then lift one leg and lower, and other leg and lower, right? And you're gonna get, just not teeter-tottering the hips or whatever, you're gonna get some good core work there at that position. Otherwise, if you want to follow along with me, you're going to bring a straight leg up and you're going to crunch towards it. It's like a crisscross, but with straight legs instead of bent knees. And then the other side, crunch towards that straight leg coming in. All right, so like so, and down, crunch and down. Pull belly button in and down. Engage pelvic floor, down. Good. Straight leg. So if you're going, you're really pressing through those bones to straighten those legs, right? Not letting those hamstrings bend them, but straight. And that's going to give you actually extra core work just because you have to sort of brace through the core to be able to reach those legs straight. Good, we've got 8 more. Here's 8 and 7, 6 and 5, 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and last one right there. Good, release those arms, pull your knees in, and then relax that lower back. Release those ab muscles. And then you can do like a little rock and roll here on that lower back. And then we're gonna straighten one leg, straighten the other leg, reach both arms overhead and create a lengthening stretch through that torso by reaching the fingers in one direction and reaching the toes in the other direction. Almost like, you know, someone's pulling your hands one way and the other person's pulling your ankles the other way. Create that nice lengthening stretch through that torso. All right, so we're gonna bring it up and sit for some arms. But actually, right before we do that, we're going to do just a couple side bend stretches here. So you could sit like this, so I'm like just with knees down like that, or you could sit cross-legged. We're gonna put one arm down and you're going to reach over to this side and then bring it up. Reach over to the other side. Good, we're gonna do one more each way. If you're cross-legged, stay there. And if you're doing this, then you switch the other way, right? And side bend. Good, and side bend. Excellent, and then we're going to sit for some arms. You could sit on a chair if you want, or with feet forward. I just want you to be able to maintain proper posture. So shoulders, shrug them up, drop them down. Dropped is where I want them. Lift that chest from the sternum. Shoulders up, drop them. Chest still lifted. So we're gonna be there. All right, and then we're going to bring our arms out. Sorry, itchy face here. And I'm gonna start with, it's like I'm cutting the air, and then I flip the wrists, so my palms up, and then I cut the air, palms down. So it's like down, up, down, up. This one is I've never in, 10 plus years been able to verbalize this one very well, I don't think. So hopefully you can see on the video, but, well, you guys have actually done this one before, so I think you know cut the air, palms up and down. Chest lifted, shoulders down, cut, cut. All right, we can speed that up. And then we're gonna double it up, right? So it's like cut, cut with palms up, and then cut, cut, palms down. Palms up, palms down, right? So you're pulsing two each way instead of flipping after one. Cut, 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 cut. Good, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, there we go. All right, palms face down, all right? And then I want you to bring arms up so the backs of my hands come up together. Might not be able to touch them, but everyone's a little bit different here, but that's what I'm doing there. And then bring it down. Make sure shoulders are down, neck relaxed, okay? Don't let it engage and bring those shoulders up. Shoulders down, neck relaxed. We bring this up and down, up and down. So palms face down and face away from each other at the top. Good. Eight more. 8 and 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now, I want you to bring your arms down. Now my palms are facing up, all right? Still straight arms. And I want you to bring those palms up just to around, kind of right around the head, height of your head, top of your head, and then lower. Now I want you to think as if you're holding like 2 volleyballs, and so you can't drop them, all right? So lift them here and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Good. Chest lifted, shoulders down. Keep exterior neck muscles relaxed. Belly button in, head reaches tall. Don't drop those volleyballs. Lift, lower, lift, lower, lift, lower. Palms stay up. 8 and 7 and 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now, palms still up, but I want you to pull those elbows in, and then we're gonna reach those balls up way overhead, elbows in, reach them up. But do this so you're not dropping the volleyballs. Press, pull it in. Press, pull it in. Press, elbows in. Good. Reach in, reach in. And 8 more. Here's 8 and 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Last thing here, we're going to hold them out. Palms are still up, and we're going to do little pulses here. Press, 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 press. Like you've still got those volleyballs. Press, 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 press. And 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Lower the arms. Pull one arm up and across. Stretch out that shoulder. Release, lower slightly, pull back in. And then other side, up and across. Release, lower slightly, pull back in. Arms straight and pull them back, opening up through that chest. And you can bend the wrist to point those fingers back. And then drop those arms. And then we're going to finish off in a pigeon stretch. So one bent knee forward and one straight leg back. And reach with that chest. Relaxing into this, getting a couple deep breaths. If you want, you could stay here, or you can roll down and just relax right over that bent knee. Excellent, and then we're going to switch that to the other side. And reach with that chest. So relax into that hip. Get some nice deep breaths. And you can either keep it up here or roll right down over that bent knee. And relax it there. Excellent. And that's a wrap. Thank you for joining me.